Okay, so let's begin. Today we will be making an app using the MIT App Explorer Inventor. Sorry, this is like a browser window. Now I will type MIT Inventor. There we go. First one. Okay, so this is like the website. You click on Create Apps. New tab opens. There you are asked to sign in. If you don't have an account, you can sign up here. I already have an account, so I will just click on it. Okay, so this is my previous projects. This is my practice project. I will start a new one. So let's call it okay, so here we are. We have the main screen, right? So let's start building the app. First thing we need is a layout to arrange everything. I'm gonna be using a horizontal layout. So here it is. So let's make it full screen. So fill parent, and with this fill parent, so it's full screen now. And now what we need is buttons to make the app on and off. So let's add the buttons. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna align it to center bottom. So as you can see, it looks better. Let's add another button. There are two buttons, so you can add anything as a background. For me, I am not gonna be adding anything because this is will be a minimalistic app, so I will just supersize the buttons to cover 50% of the screen each. So let's do that. Let's change the background color. This is button 1, this is the left one, this is gonna be like the on button. So let's change it to green. Front size will be 60. Yes. So now it's at this stage it's going looking a bit disorganized, but don't worry, it will be fixed once we go over all these steps. Height will be fill parent. Width. Now before changing the width, let's change the text so that it gets a bit smaller. See, now let's change the width to 50%. Right, so it's gonna cover half of the place. Now let's change the shape to rounded. It's looking better, right? Text align center, it's all good. First button 2, it's gonna be like the off button, right? So that, let's change the text to off. Now let's change the height to fill parent and width again to 50%. There we go. Shape to rounded. Yeah, that's done. And the front size to 60. Yeah, on and off, as simple as that. Now we need the sensors, right? So let's go to the sensors and pick up the proximity sensor and drop it. It's like a non-visible component, so it won't be shown here, it will be down here in this area. So now thinking of it, when you turn on the app, you need a timer for the security, right? So that you can place your phone on the table or something. So let's bring in a clock. And finally what we need is like text to speech to give us alert message. So let's get like a text to speech media. There we go, text to speech, drag and drop as usual. There it is. And now let's also add a sound so that after the timer, when the app actually turns on, the sound will notify you, right? So let's do this. We have all the components here. Let's go to the block. Oh, and as for the sound, you need to upload some media here, which I have already done here. You can just click on the upload file and choose file, and you can choose the file from your machine. As simple as that. I've already done it. So let's go to blocks. And one more thing is when you like adding to like the clock, so there is something like this. Click on the clock and go to the properties. Here this stands for time interval in milliseconds, like this is like your daily time. So I would like to put like a 4-second timer, so it's 4000 millisecond. So this will be like after clicking the on button, this will give me a 4-second window to like place my phone on the table or something. So let's go to blocks. Now first thing we need is like the button 1 when clicked, and the button 2 when clicked, right? So what we want is when the button is clicked, the timer to turn on, right? So let's go to clock. So here it is, uh, there, timer enabled. Oops, that thing glitched. That thing just glitched off, I guess. Oh no, it is here, right? So like, yeah, it's attached. And now for the other thing, it will be like the same function. There. So now we have to turn the timer on, right? So set timer enable to true. So go to logic, pick up a true block, on. Now since we are turning on the timer, after the timer has done its job, so we need to turn it off, right? So this one is for that. So timer enable set to, go to logic, get a false like logic block and place it here. There we go, it's done. Now let's go to clock, when clock 1 dot timer. So this is like when the timer has like executed itself. So yeah, there we go. So button 1 click, the timer gets activated. When the timer has done its job, deactivated. So that's like the logic here. So when the timer has done its job, now we want to like get the thing on, right? So let's do that now. Let's go to the proximity sensor. So set proximity sensor enable to, there, and let's turn it true. So timer, we press the button, timer starts, timer completes, it starts the proximity sensor, and thereby it enables protection, right? So let's give a feedback thing here. So like a sound dot play, yes, go to text to speech, get a module from here, and let's add it here. This is like the message, so go to text, yeah, and place it, and let's call it like protection enabled, right? That's that. So our sensor is on now. So what we want to do now is get some values out of it and detect the changes, right? So go to proximity sensor. When proximity is changed, right? So when proximity is changed, what do? We get like a response that the proximity has changed, right? So let's get this block, the if block, and let's get like the go to proximity sensor, and let's get, oh sorry, it will be like a math block. So this is it here, distance, get distance. So if the distance is greater than 2, it will be like executing, because this is like a fail safe against if you are like just moving your phone over the table without picking it up, so that won't set it off. If somebody actually picks up your phone, then only it will set off. It's like a fail safe for that. Okay, then we wanna get like a message, right? So text to speech once again there, and text once again there. So the message will be like alert, device moved. So alert, device moved, right? So next what we gonna do is this thing is gonna like repeat, right? So now to stop the stop the app so that you accidentally don't set it off, we also have a button here like button 2, the off button, right? So let's make the off button now similar to the on button. And so so one thing is on the on button we want like a delay so that we can place our phone on the table, but when we are turning it off we don't want anything like that, right? We just want it to so like instantaneously turn off. So I'm not gonna like put a timer or something, just gonna directly put like proximity sensor, set enable to false, so it turns the proximity sensor off. And since you are turning the thing off, let's just say somebody else is turning it off, so you should also know that, right? So let's give it like a audio feedback. Text protection disabled. That's it, that's done. So this is like the whole app, it's done. So now what you can do is, like you can test the app, like connect to like a emulator on your desktop or your AI companion app on your smartphone wirelessly, or you can connect your phone wired with the USB. But I'm not gonna do anything like that because I've already tested this app. There will be footage next to this video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like go to build and go to app. So it will be like this is like creating an APK, a permanent APK for my app. It will be uh, downloading it to my local storage. So it's like compiling my app right now. So as you can see right here, it's downloaded. So if I like just go into my downloads, you can see here anti-theft app, it's downloaded it. right here. Let's close it. Thank you very much. Hope you liked the video. So this is the anti-theft app field test footage. So there we go. I have already installed the app here, you can see. So there is the on the top anti-theft app. So there we go.
Alert protection disabled.
So I just pressed the off switch at first because as you can see the proximity sensor is on by default because of the auto turn off screen and all that thing. So that's turned on by default, so I have to press off first just to show the proper functionality of this thing. So now that it is off, it's in a neutral state. So let's turn it's on. Ready? On. Let's count to 4.
Protection enabled.
There we go. 4 seconds, protection is enabled. Now if I try to move the device,
alert, device moved.
Again,
alert, device moved. Alert, device moved.
As you can see, it's totally working. Now if I want to turn it off,
protection disabled.
Now if I do this, as you can see, there is no feedback, right? If we turn it back on again,
protection enabled.
now
alert, device moved. Alert, device moved. Protection disabled.
So that's all. Thank you very much.